My daughter thought she was dating a millionaire. Now we're both sitting in therapy. My name is David. I'm 47. And until a few months ago, I thought the hardest part of raising my daughter was already behind me. My daughter Lily is 20, and she has always been incredibly smart. She speaks 3 languages, got accepted into a great university, and when she was 16, she even self-published a fantasy novel that ended up selling surprisingly well online. For most of her life, I believed she was going to do incredible things. But about a year ago, something started to change. Lily became obsessed with the idea that the only way she could ever be happy was if she married a millionaire. Not a successful guy, not a hard-working guy, but specifically a millionaire. Every conversation somehow turned into money, luxury houses, and private jets. She would show us videos of penthouses, designer shopping sprees, and influencer couples living extravagant lives. She kept saying she just needed to get into the right rooms and meet the right kind of man. At first, I honestly thought it was just a phase caused by social media. Then it started getting real. I found out she had been going downtown and sitting alone in expensive hotel bars, ordering one drink and hoping wealthy older men would approach her. My wife Claire, who has been Lily's stepmom since she was 13, thought Lily was just experimenting with adulthood and independence. But something about it made my stomach turn. Then one night, everything collapsed. Lily came home pale and shaking. She told us she had been seeing a man named Victor. He was in his late 40s and claimed he was a tech millionaire going through what he called a temporary financial setback. To Lily, that sounded like someone rich who was about to bounce back even stronger. They started meeting regularly at fancy restaurants and upscale lounges, and Lily thought she had finally stepped into the glamorous life she had been dreaming about for a year. What she didn't realize was that Victor wasn't temporarily struggling. He was actually going bankrupt. Worse than that, he was desperate. A few weeks later, Victor convinced Lily to help him with what he described as a small business favor. He asked her to open an online payment account in her name and move some money for him, while his own accounts were temporarily frozen. Lily didn't think twice about it because she believed she was helping her wealthy boyfriend solve a short-term problem. Then one afternoon, the police knocked on our door. 2 detectives sat at our kitchen table and calmly explained that Victor was under investigation for fraud and illegal financial transfers. Several transactions had been routed through accounts connected to Lily. Watching my daughter sit there frozen in fear while they explained everything was one of the worst moments of my life. Thankfully, after investigating further, they realized Lily had been manipulated and had no real understanding of what she had been helping with. She wasn't charged with anything, but the experience shook her deeply. The millionaire dream disappeared overnight. Victor vanished completely, his phone disconnected, and every account tied to him suddenly gone. For several days, Lily barely left her bedroom. Every morning we could hear her crying like she had lost something important. Eventually, I realized this was bigger than just embarrassment or heartbreak. So now every Thursday morning, Lily and I go to therapy together. At first, she hated it and barely said a word during the sessions. But last week, she finally opened up and said something I will never forget. She told the therapist she thinks she was chasing money because she was scared she wouldn't succeed on her own. Hearing that broke my heart, but it also felt like the first honest step forward she had taken in a long time. Because the truth is, Lily never needed a millionaire to save her life. She just needed to believe she could build one herself. And for the first time in a very long time, I think she's finally starting to understand that.